Okay. Whew. All right, I got this. Good morning, beloveds. I have a doctor's appointment today. Yay. It's just a routine. He won't renew my prescriptions if I don't come see him every 6 months. So, it's not anything special or anything. Just, gotta go see the doctor. So, all right, let's do the housekeeping. We're doing your spiritual power. We're almost done with your spiritual power. Oh my goodness. Let's do the housekeeping. And all the housekeeping is me reminding you we are Creative Life Spiritual Center. Website is creativelife.org. Constant contact email, info@creativelife.org. If you will email that, you will get 1 email a week unless something unusual happens. I will point out it's almost always weather related. We live on the Gulf Coast. Tells you what's going on for the week and the month. The hot links are hot. So click here now means it. It'll take you right to the information of the person that can help you get it. And it is a blind CC. Nobody's going to see your email. So you won't end up on anybody else's email list because of us. So hopefully, and it's packed with good information and interesting things. So please feel free to do that. Last one we'll mention is the social media, simply because, we're doing this on social media, right? We don't monetize the social media. We don't want to deal with the ads any more than you do. So what we ask you to do instead is to go and like and follow and subscribe based on which platform you are on, and then engage with the individual posts by reacting to the post, commenting on the post, and sharing the post. What that does is it bumps us in the algorithms. And they're like, oh, people like this. More people should see it. That's the whole goal of social media. So it is a free and easy way that you can support the center. So if you would please do that. And we are Creative Life Spiritual Center or Creative Life Spark, based on which platform it is. And I am the running Rev Ryan across all of the platforms that I am on. So there is that. Okay, I think that's everything. Yep. All right. So let's talk about your spiritual power, because it is a collection. Or Reverend Norm would call it a library. Basically, it's a collection of works from Ernest Holmes that you might not find other places. There's some of his rarer stuff, and somebody was like, oh, let's pull all this stuff together into one book. And 3 of the books in here are collections of his Science of Mind magazine articles, which is really cool. Discover a Richer Life, Think Your Troubles Away, and Living Without Fear are all collections of his early Science of Mind magazines, which is why they have a different tone, which I'm really enjoying, because we happen to be doing Think Your Troubles Away right now, which we are about to get to part 3 of. So let's do that. Okay. I just want to make sure I have plenty of time to do this. Okay. So we are doing Think Your Troubles Away, and we are starting part 3, Thoughts Become Things. And so this is the introduction. Oh, one more thing. Thoughts become things. There is a time for learning and absorbing knowledge, but then there must also come a time when such knowledge as you have learned must be practiced, put to practical use, or else it is of no value. Faith without works is dead. Similarly, without properly applying the ideas you are absorbing, your life will remain barren of the greater good you say you desire. Your thoughts do become things. To guard them carefully. So guard them carefully. Many valuable and practical suggestions are to be found here, but they have to be put to use before they will mean anything to you. In spite of how often or how much you may desire to turn to another for help in the matter of improving your life, in the last analysis, there is only one person who can make you think the way you should, and that person is you. A new experience in living, free from the troubles and problems, lies ahead of you if you will but take the time and make the effort to do some proper thinking about them. Follow the suggestions for doing this, and you will encounter. Wait, what? Hang on. Follow the suggestions for doing this that you will encounter. But remember, they are but suggestions. Okay. I was like, wait, what am I reading here? You will have to take them, absorb them, and make them your own ideas before they will be of value to you. Then you will be able to loose the splendor that lies within you. And in so doing, find yourself surrounded by all those things that make life worthwhile. All right. So, and appropriately enough, the first article is titled Your Spiritual Adventure. So, let's go have a spiritual adventure. Your spiritual adventure. One of the greatest, if not the greatest endeavors we could possibly undertake would be the discovery of the infinite creative potential that resides within our minds. In undertaking this discovery, there are several specific ideas which can be followed and which, if properly used, may be productive of concrete and tangible experiences in our daily lives. I like that he's using the we. Not you, we. I appreciate that. It's like we're having a conversation. Suppose we wish to embark on a voyage of friendship. Suppose I am an individual, typical of countless other individuals, who is very sensitive, very confused, whose experiences have been such that I feel everything is against me and nothing is for me. Nobody loves me. Nobody considers me. I am quite conscious that once in a while I am asked to a party through some spirit of altruism on the part of another. And being conscious of this fact, I am doubly miserable. I am the individual whom the world has apparently turned against, who hasn't a friend. Now, I begin to embark on the voyage of friendship. The first thing I must do is become friendly in my own thoughts. Oh, no, wrong sentence. I must become friendly in my own thoughts. I love it. Not anywhere else, but in my own thought. So I must begin in my own mind and say, everything is one. I have no enemies. I am one with all good. All good is one with everybody. Therefore, I am one with all people. Wherever I go, whenever I go, I am meeting friendship, love, kindliness, and consideration. They who would have friends must be a friend to everyone they meet, must sense and know that everyone they meet is a friend. Whoever does this will find friends everywhere they go. How long will it take to bring about such a desired result? It will take just as long as it takes. How will they know that their work is complete when the demonstration is made? One is not healed until one is healed. All right, Ernest. Suppose we wish to demonstrate peace. Absence of peace denotes fear. What is it that people are afraid of? Only a few things, and in the long run, only one thing. We are apparently afraid of physical suffering, being misunderstood, lack, poverty, and the uncertainty of the future. But these are all the offspring of one central fear, which is that we are not sure of the self and the continuity of the self. I say, in all seriousness, that the starting point of spiritual understanding and whatever goes with it is the solid establishment without superstition, but by reason and by intuition as we have, and such intuition as we have, of the actual beingness of the self. That this is why a great teacher said, "For what is a person profiteth if they shall gain the whole world and lose their own soul?" Our soul is lost when we are confused or in doubt. It is lost when we are unhappy. The starting point, then, is one's conviction of one's being as a manifestation of God. Okay. The starting point, then. All right. The starting point, then, is one's conviction of one's being as a manifestation of God. A person cannot assure themselves of the reality of their own being until they assure themselves of the reality of all people's being. All right? We are conscious of the real self, which is established in perpetual peace in such a degree as we become conscious of the universal self in which all other selves exist. For in it we live and move and have our being. Okay. To be conscious that one is poised in the eternal and that the outcomes of evolution are certain, that the continuity of one's own soul is secure, that all is working together for good, what produces peace. To be conscious that one is poised in the eternal, that the outcomes of evolution are certain, and that the continuity of one's own soul is secure, that all is working together for good is what produces peace. So basically he's just lining out all of the things that he believes that we need to believe to be sure of our being. I don't disagree with him. Okay. There is no happiness without peace, no true fulfillment in life, no real joy in living. Peace is the pearl of great price for which a person will sell all that they have in order that they may possess it. Peace cannot arise from doubt or fear, but comes only in quiet confidence and perfect trust. And that's the interesting thing about that perfect trust is it's like, if you don't have it in all of your areas of life, go find the one place that you do have it and work out from there. I would say that the one area in my life where I have perfect trust is when I am working in that space of spirit. I trust that whatever comes out of my mouth is what everybody needs to hear, including me. That's where my perfect trust is. Like, if I am working in that space, every time I open my mouth, no, but if I am working in that space of spirit, then I trust that what comes out of my mouth is what people need to hear. So that is the place that if I'm going to work on perfect trust everywhere else in my life, that's where I'm going to go first, because I trust there. And so I can go there and I can sit in that space and go, okay, if I trust here, why can't I trust over here? So I don't know. I'm sure he has better suggestions. So let's find out. Peace is not in the wind or wave, but in the still small voice. Peace is not to be found in the future, nor can it be dragged out of the past. Today, we need to establish it as a mental and spiritual quality. Mm-hmm. I'm going to have to replace my highlighter soon, which is too bad because it's purple. It has nothing whatsoever to do with externals. We must arrive at the place of peace in the midst of apparent confusion or not at all. Not by the contemplation of the confusion, but by the recognition of peace itself shall we arrive. Self-treatment is to know that I am the principle of peace within me, which is God, the living Spirit Almighty. Wait. Self-treatment is to know that I am the principle of peace within me, which is God, the living Spirit Almighty, is desirable. In spiritual adventures of the mind, we consciously use our thought to set creative power in motion and then wait with expectancy for the desired result. Okay. We are, in a certain sense, experimenting not with mind itself, but with our own thought in seeing what use we can make of the creative power of mind. This creativeness we do not inject into mind. It is already there, a natural law in the universe. We should each picture ourselves and think of ourselves as we would like to be. We should do this without contradicting the good of others or without seeking to coerce others. We should do this in an absolute sense as possible. That is, we should withdraw from any contemplation of relative facts in the case and think only of the desired outcomes as being established in mind. In other words, let go of appearances. Let go of appearances and focus on what it is that you want. Yep. I don't think I can say it any better than that. Mind finds its own avenue and outlet and releases its energies for the purpose of self-expression. Whether we think we are dealing with our individual mind or with the universal mind, we are dealing with the same thing. What we call our individual mind is merely the place where we, as an individual, use the creative power of mind. Therefore, to be still and know means to get quiet in our own thought, to become conscious that the creativeness of the universal mind is immediately present with us, to believe that whatever is in accord with its fundamental unity is responsive to us, to believe that its responsiveness is mechanical, exact, that any of us, no matter who they are or where they are, have immediate and complete access to this ever available power, to believe that it is omnipresent and come quietly to it, stating our proposition in complete trust. This is the correct practice. That's a lot. This great adventure which the mind makes in the realm of spirit is perhaps the most fascinating thing that we can do. We must be careful to differentiate between this form of practice and merely daydreaming. In daydreaming, a person sits around longing for things, picturing themselves as being something that they know they are not, letting their imagination run wild, soaring, as it were, into realms of fancy. But in scientific spiritual mind treatment, they do not do this. They take a proposition which their mind can encompass, such as realizing they are surrounded by friendship, right opportunities, and abundance, and compel their mind to accept this idea as now being a fact in their everyday experience. Consequently, their work is intensely practical, and although they are an idealist, they are scientific in their application of this universal principle of mind to the problems of everyday life. What can be more practical than to set our mental and spiritual house in order, and then, insofar as possible, let it produce for us the necessary things of life, the beautiful things of life? What can be more practical than to gain the ability to demonstrate in our experience that we can consciously call on a higher power to do our bidding whenever our will is in conjunction with its will, with the understanding that its will never limits our real good? And that's it. And I think he ended it that way with the reminder that spirit can never deviate from its nature. So we can't ask for something that is out of alignment with its nature. So that's why he's saying, look, when our will is in conjunction with its will, then it's in no way going to limit our good. We limit our good by asking for things that are out of alignment with the good. I'm going to use the good. Or we limit ourselves by not believing that we can have them. That's it. I mean, that's the main two things. It's like, it's like either we're asking for something that is out of alignment. I always say, if you want to know if it's spirit versus ego, who does it help and who does it harm? If it only helps one person but harms nobody, it can still be spirit. But even if it helps a whole lot of people but it harms some, then that is ego, you know. And sometimes ego and spirit are in alignment. As in that example of it only helps one person, doesn't hurt anybody. That can be ego and spirit. So, you know, ego has a job. So the only two ways that we are limited is if we ask for something that is out of alignment, or we don't believe that we can have it. Those are the only two limitations. Now, yeah, you can come at me with the systems, and I agree with you about the systems, which is why we are constantly working to change the systems. Either change the systems or up-level the systems. Like, you know, the systems are working, but they're not necessarily working for everybody. So that's what we want to do. It's like, okay, let's up-level the systems so that they work for everybody. So, all right. For their highest and best good. Maybe that's what I should say. All right. Okay. So tomorrow we will pick up with, let me get the book right side up. You live your ideas. That sounds terrifying, right? Okay. Now I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonderful day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a take care of yourself day, a be careful in the wet day. It's damp and slippery out there. So be cautious day, you got this day, a do what you got to do day, a cuddle your fur babies day, a drink plenty of water day, a go take care of yourself, i.e. I have a doctor's appointment day, a make sure that you say all the things that you need to say day, a tell somebody you love them day, a do something for somebody else day. I mean, we are in the holiday season, right? That's a great time to do that. But also make sure you do something for yourself day, a eat something amazing day, a do what you got to do day, a good day. And if that is too much pressure, because occasionally it is, simply have a day. You are enough just as you are. You are a beloved expression of the divine. You are a brilliant light, a divine spark, spirit in motion, God in action, a beautiful masterpiece, and a work in progress at the same time, at your own pace. And as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. So explore the truth of your being. Get to know who the divine knows you to be. Because the divine knows you to be good. And from there, anything is possible. Anything at all is possible. All right, beloveds. Take care of yourself. Oh, no, wait. Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9-ish tomorrow. It's Wednesday, and I think Daniel's back to doing the midweek meditation, so please look out for that. So take care of yourself, know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.